Hello you guys， 每周三来到 15Mins Cafe 英语咖啡馆，喝一杯老师们的本周主题特调，一起探讨国际时事、文化、职涯、网络和音乐等多元主题，轻松吸收主题相关的词汇、惯用语和常用例句。Joining us today is Klim. Welcome.
Hello everyone, this is Klim.
When you guys hear An, you know who it is. And after An, you know what topics we're going to be talking about. But today, I want to check in with you, Klim. 米其林, how do you pronounce it?
米其林
Not the Chinese phonetics, not our phonetics, okay? So when it comes to food, and this is the season for the new Michelin stars to be announced recently, right? To be given and awarded to all the restaurants. A lot of people ask me, 米其林, right? Mm-hmm. How do you actually say it? And I say, well, Michelin or Michelin. Which pronunciation do you actually prefer? Or do you think it's correct?
基本上我看了当天的直播 so I already know the answer.
You watched the live stream, the announcement.
Yeah.
So how do they pronounce it?
Michelin guide.
Why do you have to go so soft? Michelin's guide.
I don't know. Because it's French?
The French pronunciation. So a lot of people know from their cars and their scooters, they buy Michelin tires. Okay? In Taiwan, 米其林, right? And you see the Michelin tire guy, the little tire boy, the tire man that you see. And people pronounce 米其林. And then if we see a fat little boy, we also say, oh, this is so cute. This boy is like a Michelin boy. Yeah, I don't know if it's a compliment, but you have to use the French pronunciation. Why? Because the tire company, Michelin, comes from France. So it's a French pronunciation. So the CHE is a sh and not a ch. So it's not Michelin, it's Michelin.
Michelin. And let me ask you, since you talk about the Michelin guide, the fat doll, so do you know the name?
The name of the Michelin man. There's a name.
Yes.
He has a name.
He has a name.
I didn't know that. I thought he was the Michelin man. From young, we all just called that guy the Michelin guy, the Michelin man. Tell me his name.
Okay. 大家应该听过米其林指南里面有一个叫做必比登推荐的东西。So, what is 必比登?
I've always wondered about... Really? That's his name?
That's the character's name.
No way. No way. His name is 必比登.
Yeah, Bibendum is a Latin word.
Oh, and I checked up the pronunciation of this word. This is kind of a weird word. So in English, we would probably pronounce it Bib Gourmand. And bib is the thing that you put around your neck when you mess your t-shirt. Okay? Those are what we call bibs. So Bib Gourmand. And I didn't know that was the Michelin man's name.
Actually, his name is Bibendum. Bibendum.
Bibendum?
Oh, Bibendum, yeah.
Oh! And let me clarify this. I think I'm catching the whole picture now. The award is called Bib Gourmand. Mm-hmm. But the Michelin man, his name is Bib. And that Bib is short for Bibendum. And that's his name.
Yeah, Bibendum.
Okay. So Bibendum, yes. Right? Bibendum. And then the award is actually called Bib Gourmand.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for clarifying that. Or else I would be calling that mascot the Michelin man the whole time. All right. So that's the Michelin guide, guys. So give you an intro. Today we're going to be talking about Michelin guide in Taiwan. Why? Because they've recently made their new announcements of all their stars and awards and the whole Michelin guide. Okay. It's one of the most exciting events now in Taiwan because it's becoming super popular. And we've had Jensen Huang craze this year as well. So all our restaurants are packed. And Klim, am I correct by saying I heard somewhere that this year they've awarded the most number of stars and awards ever in the history of Taiwan? They've awarded to more than 343 restaurants. Am I correct?
About select, yes, including
yes.
select.
Michelin Guide Select, including select. So total 343. And this is amazing. 343. That means if you are a foodie, 343. I dare you. I dare you do that go to one every day for the next whole year. I dare you. That's a lot of restaurants that you have to go and sample and taste. And Klim, you said you watched the live stream. Give us your quick summary of what you thought about the live stream.
Very strange. There's one restaurant got 1 star.
Okay.
But it doesn't officially open now.
Excuse me? So there's a restaurant that received 1 star and it's still not open.
Still not open.
But they awarded this restaurant a star. That's super interesting. Okay. That means they've tasted the menu somehow before the restaurant opened.
试营运了.
Okay. So they've tasted their menu and enjoyed their services during their soft opening. So this restaurant hasn't fully opened yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a first. So this restaurant better be good, I have to say.
Yeah, better be good.
It better be good. If your soft opening is 1 star, you cannot do a grand opening that is less than 1 star, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a lot of pressure on the staff. Anything interesting during your view of the live stream?
And another restaurant, I don't know if it's a restaurant, an ice cream shop, maybe. It also got 1 star, which becomes the first ever in the world.
The first ever 1-star Michelin ice cream shop. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've broken a few records this time around. Michelin Guide. So it's becoming more encompassing, we call it, right? Michelin Guide is trying to be all-inclusive, not trying to exclude some corner stores, ice cream shops, small eateries. It's trying to include all these people, large, small, medium-sized, all walks of life. I think this is fantastic. This is great because not everybody needs to go to fancy 2 or 3-star restaurants. Yeah, we are normal people. We're not Jensen Huang. So please go and review some of these restaurants and let us know where we can enjoy some of the interesting foods. And I really appreciate Michelin Guide for, coming to Taiwan and doing this. I think it's fantastic. Okay. So Klim, let's move on to what we want to talk about today. The Michelin Guide. Okay. We talked about Michelin being the tire company, but what does the Michelin Guide, a food guide, has to do with tires?
Well, the Michelin company, we'll know, is a tire company.
Yes.
And of course, they wanted to sell more tires.
Okay.
So this is the reason they made a guide for drivers.
Oh, okay. For drivers to go drive around to find food. But technically in Taiwan, our food stores are very close and nearby. So we are not going to buy more tires because Michelin Guide said and told us, go to Tainan and find food. That's not how it works.
Well, let me tell you, Tainan haven't had any stars yet.
No way. No way.
And I think people in Tainan don't really care.
Yeah, they're worried about the Jensen Huang fever. They're worried Michelin star, right? Michelin Guide coming along and giving everybody stars, and then they get no food. Tainan people get no food.
Yeah.
That is a big problem.
Yeah. So Tainan people say, yeah, wonderful, no star.
Wonderful. Please don't come to Tainan. Don't sample our food. So guys, now you know. Some of these good restaurants, you want to keep it a secret. So the Michelin Guide is an open secret. And then for the rest of us, you want to keep your favorite store a secret. You don't want to tell anybody. You don't want to share it with your loved ones. You just want to keep it for yourself. And you pray that these stores don't get popular.
So you pray the anonymous inspectors would never go to your shop. Never go to your store.
Yeah, you pray.
Yeah.
Yes. I suppose we have to pray for that now because in Taiwan, we are foodies. We love food. And all the Instagrammers in Taiwan, I think 90% all about food. So in Taiwan, food is the biggest motivation for us to travel, to do something. Food. All right. So moving on, that was Michelin Guide, the beginning of Michelin Guide for the motorists, for people to drive around and waste, not call it waste, but use up their tire, wear out their tires just to go find food. To drive around. Well, technically, Klim, the Michelin Guide shouldn't tell them the exact location of the restaurant, right? They should tell them it's somewhere there. So you can drive around in circles, try and find the food. Then you wear out your tires more. So, of course, this Michelin guide, not only food, now they've got hotel listings, petrol stations, and it's like a travel guide, almost. Yeah. And I checked up on Wikipedia. In 1922, Michelin started to charge for the guide for 7.5 francs. You have to buy this.
Friends.
But today, it's all free, right? Google Map is free. All the awards and all the guides are free. If it's not free, some blogger will share it for free. Okay. So think about it. 1922, 100 years ago, you had to pay for it. Today, it's free info. And please go and eat it. That's what they're doing. And of course, they upgraded it and they made it a very interesting book, a very interesting guide. And it became very, very popular amongst the restaurateurs. Okay, restaurateurs want to advertise there. They want to show people, they want to get listed. And that is how it started about 100 years ago. But some traditions have stayed the same because they are inspectors. They're inspectors. The way they go and sample and survey these restaurants are pretty much the same. They are paid by Michelin, never by a restaurant. Am I correct?
It's correct. And even the bosses don't know the inspectors who they are.
Yes. So these inspectors, we call them inspectors if you're looking at the consumer side. So for the restaurateurs, these people are called the mystery shoppers. 秘密客, mystery shoppers. So it's pretty much like mystery shopper situation. So these shoppers, these customers, they just go and try and they go back and write a report. And they test and experience your services. That's how it works. So from our perspective, inspectors. But from the restaurateur's perspective, mystery shoppers. You don't know when they will arrive. You don't know how many people will arrive.
Yeah.
You don't know what time they will come. And you don't know what they will order.
Yeah, they're told not to tell anyone about their job. Even the family, their parents know.
Even their families?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So what if you get mistaken for like some secret agent? Like my wife finds out I'm writing like on pieces of paper, like keywords and things like that she doesn't understand. And she thinks, I've got an affair somewhere. You don't really go and advertise. You don't tell everybody, hi, I'm one of the mystery shoppers for Bib Gourmand or for Michelin Guide. I don't think people would tell that, but you sort of know who they are, I guess. Some of them are famous people too.
Probably.
So people who knows, right? But they won't advertise it. They won't go tell it to everybody. Okay, so this is why we love Michelin Guide, because it's unbiased. It's not advertising. It's unbiased. So these mystery shoppers, they go and write reports. They go and experience your services, and they give you a star or 2 stars or 3 stars. And Klim, please tell us, what does 1 star, 2 star, 3 star mean? Because in the army, 1, 2, 3 star has its meaning. But here, we only know for the average Joes like us, 1 star is sort of not so expensive restaurant. 2 star is a little bit more expensive, a little bit more fancy. 3 star is the fanciest restaurant and obviously the most expensive restaurant. Am I correct?
Not really.
You see, the average Joes, we think 1 star is sort of, affordable. 2 star, not so affordable. 3 stars, forget it. Maybe when I win the lottery or something. So what does the stars mean?
Okay, you can think about it. If you only care about the taste of the restaurant, and it might be maybe just 1 star.
Okay, just 1 star. Mm-hmm. If you care about the taste.
Yeah, 1 star means the cooking is high quality, so you worth a stop. When you're driving, you may stop it and take a
quick stop and try their food.
Yeah.
So imagine a driver. We got to imagine that driver. You're driving, and then you go through your Michelin Guide and you see, 1 star, worth a stop. Mm-hmm. So you get off the highway and you pop by.
Yeah.
And you try their ice cream or you try their pork or beef. Okay. High quality cooking, worth a stop. What about 2 stars?
So you care not only the taste, but the service. So you might seeking of 2 or 3 stars. The 2-star means excellent cooking, worth a detour.
Oh, excellent cooking worth a detour. So what does a detour mean for a driver? A driver means I'm driving from Hsinchu to Taipei, right? And then I open my Michelin guide. It happens that I found a restaurant that I really like, and it's in Taichung. So I need to go take a detour. I'm driving in reverse. I turn around and I drive somewhere else, taking a detour. I don't go back to Taipei anymore. That's a detour. So that restaurant must be that good for me to take a detour, right? Not worth a stop on my way, but a detour. So what about 3 stars? How excellent would this be?
The 3-star means it's exceptional cuisine worth a special journey.
Oh, because the cuisine is not only excellent, but it's exceptional. Better than excellent. Greater than excellent. Exceptional cuisine worth a special journey. And for Taiwan people, I think Japan is 3-star. Everybody likes to go to Japan. Worth a special journey. Kinda, right? We jump on the plane. We go to Japan, and we go to Hokkaido. We go to Tokyo. We go to Osaka. We go to Disneyland. A special journey. Okay. Obviously, Disneyland is not 3-star. Worth a special journey, and it's just popcorn and Coke. All right. So let's recap. 1 star means high quality cooking worth a stop. 2 stars mean excellent cooking worth a detour. 3 stars mean exceptional cuisine worth a special journey. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know the stars in their proper form, this is it. Okay. Me, the average Joe, think in price point. I'm cheap. I always think about price. Okay. But for Michelin Guide, you got to think like a driver, like a person who's driving on a road trip. Are you willing to go on a road trip for this restaurant? 3 stars. So Klim, tell us a little bit about the green stars.
Okay. In 2020, Michelin started giving green stars to restaurants that are good for the environment. So if a restaurant gets a green star, the chef can write about their ideas on Michelin Guide website.
Oh, about sustainability, not like a vegetarian restaurant. Okay, good. And once you receive the green star, you can share your vision of sustainability and food on the guide. Okay, very nice. Green star. Okay, but it sounds very healthy for me. Every time I think green, I think about vegetables and I think, oh my gosh, okay. But greenism and sustainability, super important. So they probably have to talk about, we use sustainable fish, we use sustainable pork, we use sustainable beef.
Yeah, correct.
Or chicken or something like that. Or eggs that grow on trees.
Eggs grow on trees. Eggplant?
Maybe eggplant. Okay, I don't know. Something has to happen. Something has to be green. All right, that's the green star situation. And of course, recent years in Taiwan, even for my Singaporean friend, Bibendum is the biggest thing right now because everything all my wife talks about is this restaurant was recommended by the Bibendum or is part of the Bibendum. And that's what she tells people. Oh, this is a Bibendum restaurant. This is a Bibendum eatery. And obviously, this is more for your casual foodies, right? People who don't really chase the stars, but this is sort of what you would have commonly on a day-to-day basis. So maybe it's a lunchbox restaurant. Maybe it's a tea house. Maybe it's a corner store situation. So me and my wife, we love the Bib Gourmand awards. We love to browse through them. So tell us a little bit about Bib Gourmand.
Okay, if a restaurant got into the Bib Gourmand, they must offer menu items priced below a maximum determined by local economic standards. So in Taipei, for example, a Bib Gourmand restaurant means you can eat 3 dishes without drinks for less than 1,000 NT dollars.
This is totally, I didn't know this. No wonder. I live for the Bib Gourmand, right? 3 dishes without drinks for under 1,000. That's just me. It's me. Thank you. Thank you. It's me.
So the Bib Gourmand is my favorite because I'm poor.
This is for all people, all walks of life, all right? This is no wonder we love the Bib Gourmand so much. Not because we're cheap, but we are affordable, okay? So 3 dishes without drinks for less than 1,000 NT dollars. That's what I'm talking about. That's a proper meal. But there's one thing, though, for sure, Klim, that because this is the requirement, the criteria for them to, for you to be included in Bib Gourmand, this basically also includes night market and corner stores and your noodle stores, right? So they don't exclude your fancy restaurant. It doesn't have to be a proper restaurant. It could be an eatery, could be like a street vendor situation. Yeah. Because 3 dishes under 1,000, I think in Taiwan, it's still very common for us. I can't say the same for Singapore. Their food is kind of expensive. And Hong Kong, their food is getting expensive. But in Taiwan, 3 dishes under 1,000, quite easy.
No wonder there's a lot of Bib Gourmand restaurants in Taiwan.
Yes. You know, your Bib Gourmand everywhere. So now that we know Bib Gourmand, and there's the last one that's kind of new as well. Michelin Guide Selected. This is something new. This is something I don't know about. Please tell us a little bit more about this new Michelin Guide Selected.
Okay. In 2016, the Michelin added something called the plate for a restaurant, if you heard about that. That means
plate.
The plate restaurant means they just serve very good food. But in 2022, they changed this into the Michelin Guide Selected.
Oh, it used to be called Michelin the Plate or the Plate. Now they renamed it because people understand it better. Now it's called Michelin Guide Selected.
Yeah, this means the restaurant is good enough to be in the guide, but might not be ready for stars or Bib Gourmand yet.
Huh? How does that work? It's good enough to be included in the guide somewhere, but it's not ready for stars, and it's not ready for Bib Gourmand.
Just think about it's a short list.
Oh, okay. A potential list. They are allowing you to climb up the ladder, right? If you are a restaurant, you start with Michelin Guide Selected, then you join the Bib Gourmand, and you go up and up and up.
Yeah, these restaurants might get stars or Bib Gourmand in the next few years.
But I guess that doesn't mean Michelin Guide Selected restaurants will be less packed, will be less busy. Once, right? It doesn't mean you start here, guys. If you cannot book any restaurant, then you start here. It doesn't mean that. Maybe you won't get access to these restaurants too.
I'm not sure.
Okay. But in terms of branding, though, Klim, you have to agree. The Plate is a very stupid name. The Plate. Hello, what does that mean? The Plate. Why the Plate? Doesn't make sense. But if you call it Michelin Guide Selected, hey, that's nice. Goes back to the core logo, right? And the core name. So good job, Michelin Guide 2022. Good. Thank you. Whoever works in the Michelin Guide, thank you very much for changing this, making it better and easier to understand. All right. So, Klim, now that we've covered the Michelin situation, give us your top 3 recommendations because you've watched the live stream. So give us some predictions and give us your top 3 from this Michelin Guide 2024.
Okay, let's start from the south.
Which city?
Kaohsiung.
Okay.
There's a Bib Gourmand restaurant. I don't know if it's a restaurant. It's a 小吃摊.
So it's like a corner store.
Corner store, yeah.
Yeah.
And its name is 寿明猪心冬粉. So
寿明.
Yeah, 寿明.
寿明. Okay. 寿明猪心冬粉.
Yeah.
I don't understand why there's the combination 猪心 and 冬粉. How does that add together? But okay, cool. And this is Bib Gourmand or starred?
The Bib
Or
Gourmand.
selected?
Bib
Gourmand.
Yeah.
Bib Gourmand. Okay, cool. So tell us about their signature dishes.
Okay. 寿明braised ground pork rice topped with a sunny side up egg is a must. Press the yolk so it runs down over the rice for a mouthful of tasty goodness.
Whoa, hang on a second. There is a sunny side up egg. You got to pierce the yolk so it runs down the rice.
Yeah.
And this rice is braised pork rice. So it's got a Japanese style to it, right? Japanese people also like to have yolk on rice. And this is braised pork rice with yolk. Yummy. Sounds good. 秀明. Yes. And what else?
And the fleshy and sparing pork tongue is also a popular dish.
Oh, so their fleshy and springy pork tongue is another popular dish. I've never had a pork tongue, so I'm curious.
You never
Next time
tried
I go,
about it?
No. Pork tongue. Beef tongue, that I've tried. If you go to barbecue restaurants these days, beef tongues are not bad, but pork tongue, huh? This is interesting. This is on my short list. My next trip to Kaohsiung, I will ask my friend to take me to try pork tongue.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So what is it? It's in a soup form, or is this on rice as well?
I think it's a dish.
It's a dish?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So we got to give this a try. So 秀明's, what does 秀明's offer? Number one, braised pork rice with sunny side up egg and springy pork tongue. That's what you order at 秀明.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's Kaohsiung. Moving up.
一样是必比登的好了.
Okay.
Tainan, there's a restaurant called 麦米实验室.
Okay. In Tainan, there's a restaurant called 麦米实验室. So this is like a rice lab?
No, 麦米 is Taiwanese 麦米，它是一家面店.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Mandarin Chinese for 麦米 and to sell rice. Okay, so it's a noodle lab.
Yeah.
Can we call it? Okay, noodle lab. And this is what? Bib Gourmand or selected?
Bib Gourmand.
Okay, so tell us about this. What's it? 麦米 lab.
Yeah. It's a weird name. I couldn't even spell it.
It's a weirdest name.
Let me just spell it. It's 麦米实验室.
Okay, 麦米实验室. Okay, go on. Tell us, what is their signature?
With noodle recipes from around the world, serving up bold creations that impress with depth and layer of flavors.
So it's just fusion sound. It sounds like fusion flavored noodles.
Yeah, fusion flavored noodles.
Mm.
About Bobby chilies, red miso, samba, green papaya, or anything else.
What? Bobby chilies, red miso, sambal, and green papaya. I don't know. It doesn't sound Taiwanese. It doesn't sound Thai. It doesn't sound like Indian, but it's got everything.
Fusion.
It's fusion. Yeah, it's very fusion. And it's Japanese, red miso. Okay, cool. So no wonder they call themselves a lab. So it's like a fusion place. Very cool. Bib Gourmand. Okay, 3 dishes under 1,000 NT with to try. So that's the 麦米实验室. Let's move on. Moving on up, that is Tainan. Okay, moving on up. Do we have anybody from Taichung that you would recommend?
Taichung. Okay, let's talk about the ice cream.
Taichung ice cream. Shoot.
The ice cream, 1 star.
1 star ice cream. And the name of the ice cream store?
Is the Minimal.
Minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm not happy with this restaurant. I'm not
Why?
happy with this ice cream shop. You know what minimal means? Minimal means very small portions. Not happy. No. I don't care how delicious you taste. If the portions are minimal, this place is called Minimal. That means it's very, very small. You have to be called Maximum.
Okay.
All right?
等着你开一家 Maximum.
Yeah, I hope they open a store called Maximum. All right. Tell us about Minimal and their signature ice cream.
The Minimal in Taichung, which becomes the first ever ice cream establishment to receive a Michelin star globally.
Ah. So our first 1 star. Good. And the ice cream?
Okay, they have 7-course menu changes every season. Frozen tastes like gelato and granita are artfully plated to articulate a theme.
Oh, 7-course menu at Minimal changes every season because it includes treats like gelato and granita. Key point, artfully plated to articulate a theme. So every ice cream has a theme. It's very, very delicately plated.
Yeah.
That means the
fine dining.
Appearance, the look, it's good for Instagrammers.
I agree.
No wonder it's called Minimal. You take a picture, put it in your mouth, and you go, right? Nothing to taste, really. Minimal. Okay. Or it could be their theme, their idea of what ice cream should be. It should just be minimal, giving you the biggest flavors in the smallest form. So that's also possible. Good. So minimal in Taichung is our first ever 1-star ice cream shop. Good. Next time I go to Taichung, I'll give it a try. And I will see if it's really minimal or maximum. All right. Now back in Taipei.
Let's talk about a breakfast shop.
Ah, nice. Now you're talking. Let's go breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yes.
And breakfast. Of course, this is Bib Gourmand.
So Bib Gourmand, breakfast. No problem.
Okay, this shop called 软实力 Soft Power.
Okay. 软实力. Interesting. So tell us about their signature.
Okay, 软实力, it is a breakfast shop provided its egg filters in South Taiwanese style with the crispy crust and fluffy soft center.
Ah, very nice. So this is like a breakfast shop signature, right? Egg fritters, which is egg and pancake in Southern Taiwan style. That means sweet. With a crisp
sweet, soft, fluffy.
Soft and fluffy. Okay. So no wonder they call it soft power. Any other signature dishes?
Because it is near Xingtiangong Temple MRT rest station. So I tried it before, and I suggest you can try their Taiwanese burger and the Taiwanese tiramisu.
Taiwanese burger is that like a bao, like a gua bao situation?
Yeah.
Do they use bread or bao?
Bao.
Cool. And what about tiramisu? How much of a tiramisu does it look like? Because Taiwan tiramisu, what the heck?
Taiwan tiramisu
like a cake.
doesn't use cake.
So what do they use?
And doesn't use coffee.
So they don't use coffee. They don't have a cake texture.
And they don't use the chocolate.
They don't use chocolate? How can you call it a tiramisu if you don't have all those elements?
I don't know how to explain it in English, but 台湾提拉米苏这家店很有趣，它是孔雀饼干泡金门高粱，然后再撒一些面茶粉。
No way! So they have milk crackers in it, and then they use 高粱.
Yeah.
Okay. They use a baijiu. They use like a wine, barley wine, and they have very interesting tea powder. I don't know. I think it's worth a try because it's Bib Gourmand, right? So it's not that expensive, worth trying. So we've got the egg fritters, the egg pancake, and the Taiwanese burger, and also Taiwanese style tiramisu worth to try. And obviously 3 dishes under 1,000. Bib Gourmand. There we go.
Yeah.
Breakfast store near Xingtian Temple Station. Okay. And that's where you hang out the most, right, Klim?
Yeah.
And how many times have you been to this breakfast shop?
About 2 times.
Just 2 times. Just 2 times for Bib Gourmand, then that means it's not very good in your eyes. I mean, if it was a Bib Gourmand...
It's nearby my company now.
Okay.
So
you eat it every day? You don't?
No.
See? So in your eyes, this is still not up there. It's still not there. For me, a Bib Gourmand restaurant, I would go every day if I could, because it's 3 dishes under 1,000. If I'm there, I will buy it.
Okay.
Yeah. But obviously, you have a long list of restaurants you want to taste. Me, I just stick to 1 or 2. All right. So guys, there you have it. Michelin Guide Taiwan 2024. Okay. And we talked about the stars today, all the different stars, Bib Gourmand, Bibendum, and also Michelin Guide Selected, as well as some of the top recommendations by Klim. You guys go and check it out. And if you have tried already, and if you are a super foodie, and you've already tried some of the 2024 restaurants, please do leave us a comment. Tell us the taste, the flavors, and everything, and we will be sharing it with the rest of the 15Mins family, because good for you. Whether it's Bib Gourmand restaurants or whether it's selected restaurants or the starred restaurants even. Good for you guys. Continue to be a foodie for Taiwan. Make us proud. All right. And before we wrap up today, Klim, please tell us if they want to learn or hear more about your podcast where you talk about all the cultures and in-depth look at some of the foodie culture in Taiwan, where can they find your podcast?
Okay, just search my podcast.
Yes.
Being a foodie, 宁可当吃货.
Being a foodie, 宁可当吃货. Go and subscribe, you guys, and check it out. And for those of you who are interested to today's transcript and all the useful idioms we used, and a little bit of the tips and the phrases that we used in our conversation, as well as all the restaurant names. If you don't remember the names, don't worry. We will also include it in the VIP content available. So it's a study guide that has all the goodies. So please do check it out and feel free to subscribe. Guys, thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next week, same time, same place on 15Mins Cafe. Ciao!
Ciao, bye!